Excuse me, sir. My name's Lockie. I interview business owners and entrepreneurs. Is there any chance I could get 30 seconds of your time when you pull up for a quick interview? Awesome, thank you. So John, what do you do to afford such a beautiful car here in Sydney?
I'm a skin cancer doctor.
True. How did you get started in dermatology?
It's an interesting story. Obviously a medical practitioner. I became a kind of a medical entrepreneur by the age of 27, retired, and decided, well, I don't really need to work anymore. Then after 6 months, I put on so much weight and ended up getting so bored of playing PlayStation, I figured I really better get a job again. And I figured I got a medical degree, may as well go and save lives. So in the skin world, the aspect which actually could possibly give you a sticky end is cancer. So I figured, let's go do that.
So being a medical entrepreneur, let's delve into that. How did you make your money on being an entrepreneur in the medical industry?
Well, going back to probably the late 90s, there was a really big business area which was male impotence. And I started working as a medical practitioner for one of those groups, and they picked that I had some extra skills, so I went to the US and started them there and expanded it very quickly and got paid out and didn't have to really work from that point on.
So John, when you first came into money, what was one mistake you made?
Imagining that it was going to continue forever, irrespective of what I did.
If you lost everything tomorrow, how would you rebuild?
I think the issue that you're referring to is materially. If I lost everything materially, ultimately it wouldn't worry me. The reason why is I've already done, I've already owned, I've already experienced. So in that way I could be happily without it, because while it's fun and it's a fantastic motivator, don't get me wrong, once you've been there, it becomes part of you in a way. So would I rebuild? Probably. But I wouldn't be overly motivated to, because I know that I can. And in some part, the reason why we try and strive really hard is we're not sure if we can. Once we've proven we can, and several times in my case, then I'm quite certain I could do it again. It would be a reason, I would need a reason to do it. And exactly what that is at this point isn't clear.
Final question for you, John. What's one piece of advice that you ignored but later realised was true?
Look, I'd have to say, my nickname with my brother was Million, Billion, Trillion. That just was his nickname. And really what he was saying is that you've got such a big appetite, big eyes for what you can achieve. The reality is, have those dreams, but you need to look every step. So I've certainly made huge steps without really thinking it through and without really proving the way forward. And they were the ones where I fell flat. So the one bit of advice is, step by step, prove things, don't just imagine them.
John, thank you so much for your time. It's amazing to meet you.
Cheers.
And thank you for what you do as well.
Thank you. Cheers.